Let's take a virtual hard disk file, a VHD file that we have on our local system, upload it and attach it to a virtual machine running in Azure. So I have a VHD file that I want to attach to a VM. So it's here. It's called extra files. It's got about 100 gigs worth of just assorted files that I want to insert into a VHD or into a VM in Azure. So I'm going to upload this VHD and attach it to a virtual machine that I've already created here called Server 1. So Server 1, if we look at the disks, we can see that we have no data disks, and that extra disk is going to become the data disk. So to do this, we need a couple of things. I need a storage account. And so I've already created a storage account. Let's come over here and take a look at it. VM store CGH, and it has a container called VHD. So I'm actually going to upload the VHD here. Now, you may be tempted to use the upload function. Don't, because this is a VHD. It needs to be treated as such. And so we're actually going to do the upload using PowerShell. And here we have the command. We're going to run add Azure RM VHD, the name of the resource group, the destination file name. This is where you actually name the file. So I can actually name this anything. I chose to use the same name, but you could name this, data disk or anything you want to name it in this PowerShell command. And then the local path, and I've tacked on verbose so we can just see the output as it uploads. Now, pretty small file, uploads pretty quick. And there we have it. We now have the destination path and the local path, and we know that's been uploaded. It took 2 seconds to do the upload. Snap back to the portal, refresh our container. We can see our file is now ready to go, and it's classified as a page blob, which is appropriate for a VHD file. So let's go attach it to our VM. So here's our virtual machine Server 1. And if we go to the disks, we're going to attach the VHD here. Now, it's worth noting this virtual machine uses managed storage. So we're going to create a new disk. Call it extra files. And what's different is that this is not going to be an empty disk. This is going to come from one of our storage accounts. And so we now get to browse, pick the storage account, pick the container, pick the file. And the final thing that's important here is, you notice it says OS type. Now this particular VHD is just a data disk. But if I wanted to use this VHD as the basis for a virtual machine, I could actually indicate that this has an operating system installed, Windows or Linux, and it would treat the VHD accordingly so that that operating system was bootable. We're going to select none, click create. And this will go in and create that new managed disk based on the VHD that I've uploaded. And that's completed. We can see that that managed disk is now attached. Go ahead and save this configuration. And we are now good to go. So we can see that we've got 2 files on this Server 1 VHD, or Server 1 virtual machine. And this file contains the files that we've uploaded. We can actually go RDP into this just to kind of prove the point. Now this particular set of files, all I had on it were a series of drivers. So we'll just come in and quickly RDP to this virtual machine. So we'll click connect, just do a default RDP session. And we'll have an additional drive letter, which should be an F drive. Let this finish logging on. Go open Windows Explorer. Here's our F drive, and we can see that it's got those driver files that I uploaded from the local disk.